Okay.
Wait a second.
Wait, what? You can't say wait. Wait,
Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Sorry.
Okay.
Probably not the smartest thing to do on stream, but
First ban, Poppy. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Especially considering the way that Team Mollica had been using Poppy. That's not a surprise at all. Warwick, next ban. Wukong, also not a surprise considering, you know, how effective we've seen him used. I wonder what Team Mollica is going to ban next. This is Team Mollica versus what I'm
Good-
going to refer to
good
as
luck.
Konami Code, because their team name is UUDDLRLRBASTART.
Deed.
So we're gonna call them Team Konami Code. Ramus ban by Team Mollica, and Konami Code's going to ban Kassadin. I was really kind of hoping that he wasn't going to get a ban and actually see some play, so people can see how much of a disaster it is when he's not banned.
yeah, he's pretty good. One thing about these two teams, a couple of people that purple team was facing earlier play in NESL weekly, and they know each other. So, and I'm pretty sure this blue team is a Summoner's Rift group. So they don't know who to counter ban with or anything, unless they've been doing some research. They could have been doing that, but I don't believe they've ever played against each other.
Last ban was Alistar, then we have a Tarek and a Yorick. Yorick not being banned. Not surprising to see a Yorick pick there. Yorick is one of the stronger bottom lanes, and they're going to take an Urgot also. We got Jax coming up for Konami Code. And who else?
Well, at least this frees Urgot to go up top.
Yes, it does. It also leaves it so that the enemy team doesn't really know who the bot's going to be. They're either going to be bot Yorick or bot Urgot. Or Urgot. I said Urgot? What? Potentially, either one of them can bottom lane. And I don't have them committed to memory, but there are specific counter picks to either one of those champs. And for Yorick in particular, there's discussion on which champions to pick against him. But when you have two people that can potentially both bottom lane, you can't just go with that one and kind of have a little bit of confidence in having a good matchup bottom lane when they have two really strong bottom lanes on their roster.
It's a lot of Pantheon today.
Mm-hmm. Pantheon, because of his health and his ability to kind of, he's got a stun, he's got good health, he can drop in with his ult. Very good champion.
Kind of squishy unless they build him with a bunch of health. Some people don't build Frozen Mallet, like we saw earlier. I, for one, don't. But...
You had a Morgana pick from WowX. Kog'Maw from Chavez Obama. Yeah, Lulu over on Konami Code's team. Looking to see who their last choice is going to be. They're going up against a team that is quite AD heavy at the moment.
I'm thinking Rise.
I'm thinking... I wasn't thinking that.
No, I definitely wasn't thinking that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Alright. Renekton. It's different. We got
I like Renekton early game, but not late game.
Renekton would be a really good diver, though.
Yeah. Oh, this team doesn't really use revive. Just
No, they
noticing
don't.
that.
Got a lot of ghosts. One revive, Garrison, Surge, some flashes. We have Mollica's team. They've got exhausts, revives, and yeah, a lot of revive going on one team, not a lot of revive going on the other team. See if that makes a difference at all during this game. Nidalee has a very good poke with her spear. Does a lot of damage. Combine Nidalee with Kog'Maw now, and you've got some fair area denial with those two.
Yep. Yorick Ghosts. Good times.
Mm-hmm. Looking at these two team comps, We have Konami Code team, a lot of stuns, very plentiful stuns on that team. You know, Tarek Jax, Pantheon, Renekton. Lulu doesn't have a stun. She got a squirrel, which is better than stun. It's like a stun with legs. And over on Team Mollica, you've got a couple big, troublesome attack damage characters when you have Urgot and Kog'Maw. You also have a lot of extremely long-range poke with Urgot, Cog, and Nidalee. Kind of curious to see how effective Morgana is. She's a champion that I don't see in a lot of games. I'm also curious to see who's going to be their bottom lane, whether it's going to be York or whether it's going to be Urgot.
Still suspect it's going to be Yorick. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a Yorick not go bottom.
Yep, I'm thinking the same thing. He's extremely good bottom.
He's very good top as well. He probably will go bottom, but his ultimate for up top in team fights is game-changing. It's very annoying. I hate York up top. Possibly more than I hate him bottom lane.
You know, Feeds, there's something that me and Forecourt Jester were talking about earlier. Shaco in Dominion. He seems to have fallen off a little bit. Doesn't seem to be picked or banned very often. Can you talk a bit about what's happened to him?
I don't know. It started off with AP Shaco, and then I guess people learned that because with AP you really are relying on your Shiv, which you get every now and then, which doesn't do a huge ton of damage. It can, and then your box. But in team fights, that's really not enough. So people started going AD, which was great for ganking. And people still play AD Shaco. There's some really good players out there. But yeah, he's just not as big of a threat as like Wukong or Caston or Warwick. So yeah, he's not banned anymore.
And we're still seeing the Rammus ban. Has much changed with him?
Oh yeah, no. He's still banned. His mobility is just too great. Plus his taunt, and yeah, he's just a great champion for Dominion.
All right, and we know about the Caston, Poppy, Wukong bans. Think this Alistar is just a ban for the hell of it, or is that a tactical thing?
It could have been a throwaway ban so they could get a York and an Urgot, because they had second pick, which gave them two options. So I guess they figured they would grab two OP champions while they could. Regardless, because that'd leave them one, well, assuming they didn't pick on the blue team in OP first, but the bans disappeared from me, so.
Yep, we're getting ready to load into the game. I gotta find my F9 key. I think it's right where I left it.
Is that your recording key?
Yeah, it's the Fraps key.
Good times, good times. I'm just waiting for Spectator to not be pure white. There we go.
Yeah. It's purple on mine for some reason.
Tarek and Alulu on the same team. Yep. My god.
Hello everyone, I'm Gander, and with me is...
Forecourt Jester, alive and kicking.
And we are here casting the DominateDominion.com Dominion Tournament.
Third place match.
Yes, sir. We're about to load into the game. I love that kicking fast load screen that comes after the spectator delay. It's so much better than, waiting to see who's playing on a toaster and who's playing on an i7.
Still takes a bit after this, so I mean, we're still sitting here.
Yep.
I'm looking at Morgana. She's running Clairvoyance.
Yep. And Clairvoyance is really handy for you get people that duck around those corners, and it's really good for picking off those runners that with the very ample terrain that's going on, and it's also good for everything. I did again. I thought I was playing Jax, and I tried to buy, and it didn't work. Let's introduce the two teams that we got here. We have on the left side of the map. We have Konami Code, is what I'm calling their team.
Yeah, start. Yep.
UUDDLRLRBASTART.
Yep.
It's the name of their team,
yep.
Which is the Konami Code, for those not familiar with it.
It's a good code.
Yes, sir. Give you a bunch of lives in Contra. You could actually beat that game with it. It's very handy. We got Lil Rut playing as Tarek. We have Matrux playing as Jax. Sarex playing as Pantheon. Pizzlenut playing as Renekton. Super Waha playing as Lulu. Who we got on the other side of the map?
Well, for the third time today, Mollica, it is going to be that Yorick down south. Arcos going to be that Urgot top. We got Wawix not really going for that support this round. He has played Sona twice. Now he's going to be Morgana. Chavez Obama, not a Jarvan. It is going to be Cog and Sifu Calvin in that Nidalee. So a lot of different skill shots on the team between Kog'Maw, between Morgana, between Nidalee. That's a lot of skill that you need to be putting forward here into Dominion.
We'll see how well they can aim the battle having just started. We got Renekton and Yorick heading down to the bottom. We got both teams heading up to the top lane. Feel like a shark. I'm watching. I'm waiting for that school of fish to pass right in front of me.
I'm very curious to see how Eric's going to be running out, because this is the first team that's not running that mass revive that we've been seeing in virtually every game.
Yep. And that clairvoyance go down on the way up so they could see who was coming and where. Tarek taking a bunch of damage at the beginning there, making use of that range with Urgot and Nidalee. Kog'Maw joining the fight up top now, and exhaust going down on that Jax. We've got Konami Code pushing out. Mollica on the retreat a little bit. Chavez Obama gonna get picked off by Pantheon there. We got that root that goes down on Tarek. Tarek's gonna get taken out, and Sarex is really low on hit points, so is Matrux, but by being pushed out like that, enabled Super Waha to capture that top point with very little to stop them from doing so.
Ooh, Waha gets hit by that binding in the face. Sifu Cal will be able to help clean that up. Archos with the kill. So we didn't get the point here for Mollica, but they did win the fight, and without those mass revives, oh, great spear to the face of that Yordle, and that means this point is going to be going to Mollica.
Absolutely. If anyone on that team, had revives to use, or if Pantheon, had died at a convenient time, been able to revive up there, then they might not have lost that point.
But
now at the bottom end of the map, Yorick had Mollica had pushed up and been able to secure that point with the help of Chavez Obama. Pantheon coming down to try and defend it, but Kog'Maw has let him know what's going on, and he's taking a lot of damage there. Starts getting taken down. And Tarek, Pizzlenut, Super Waha moving down into position. Looks like they want to reclaim their bottom point. Everyone opening up on Mollica. We got the Muffin going down on Mollica there. I'm getting chased away. And we got the Garrison going down on that turret. Got the ultimate from Morgana. Pizzlenut flashing out, but getting picked off anyway. Tarek getting stunned and then snared. That point going to be successfully deflected. Team Mollica in an excellent position so far this game.
Oh my goodness, they just basically aced at that point. I mean, Waha's back into action, as is Pantheon. They are going to get this point back because everyone had to flee from it, but Morgana's going to be proving to be a little bit of an issue. So they hold on to it just by the skin of their teeth, but it will go down. She will not be able to go 2-on-1, but so far an excellent opening for Mollica. They're up 474, just under 400 now for the Konami Code, and they're kind of on the defensive. They all just respawned, and again, without those revives, it's really turning out to be a very nice early game for Mollica.
Yes, you can see now Chavez Obama coming down here, still paired up with Yorick down bottom, trying to secure that bottom point. Sarek's chasing away, but up at the top of the map, Konami Code pushing up. We got Arcos putting some damage on people there to interrupt the cap. We got Nidalee getting picked off. And fight breaking out, point gets neutralized, Renekton gets taken out. We got Morgana capping, while Urgot attempts to keep Tarek away long enough for her to be able to secure that. Got the pool dropping down there to take out the minions. And Sifu Calvin intercepting Tarek there in the jungle is going to knock him down a couple notches. Sarek's getting the shutdown on Mollica. And Mollica defending from the great beyond delays that point a little bit longer.
Yeah, Jax had to actually throw down his ultimate just to, not Jax, Pantheon had to throw down his ultimate just to cover the distance, but Mollica doing an excellent job down south. He did delay that point, which means that for a little bit there, it was 1 point to Konami Code because it did have to get defended. We did have it neutralized. Looks like Yorick actually doing work. Found Pantheon in the middle of the forest. Did not see that. Apologies. But Mollica is now going to come down here to say, get off my point. Bizzlenut has no choice but to leave it. And you can see the big pressure coming up here as Little Rut is about to go down, but for some reason survives long enough for Morgana to pick up that kill. Super Wahid's got locked on by Urgot, and this is not going at all for the Konami Code. It's not working this game. What are they doing wrong?
I think they entered in that code wrong at the menu screen because they now are 4 caps to 1 with a lot of pressure being applied bottom right now. Matrux, Jack's not quite able to hold on to that point. It looks like it's going to get neutraled, if not capped. They don't have anyone coming down bottom. There's no revive that Jack's to be able to come down here and save it. So it is going to be 5 caps for at least just a little bit here. Arco's backed up onto the point. We got Konami Code chasing Wowix into the jungle there. Super Waha trying to unseat Urgot, not able to do so. There's a 5 cap right now in favor of Team Mollica.
Wowix is trying to run it out. He's going to be trying to defend this top. I mean, at this point, he's essentially just trying to be as nosy as possible, but, Renekton not taking bait is not going to be running off from that point, so it is now neutralized. Wowix does have to retreat, but at this point, yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't even have a point to our name. Kog'Maw taking a kill on top of the Yordle. Mollica doing a great defense down in this bottom lane, and, a point to our name. We finally got that top, but at what cost? They still only have that top.
Yep, that top point undefended right now, but looks like Team Mollica is not worried about it at the moment, knowing they can just go pick that up at any time that they please. Arcus getting chased down in the middle of the map. He's going to get shut down by Renekton. Sifu Calvin in a dangerous position. That spear almost connecting, but not quite. Morgana getting the snare down here on Little Rut in the middle of the map and is able to pick him off. And we got Mollica going for Pizzlenut now in the mid. Super Waha looked like she was going up, but instead she's going to come down here, try and help out, not able to do so. Matrix trying to neutral this point in the middle of the map. We have Shabazz Obama, Kog'Maw going up top to take that point back.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-on-2 fight at the point, but it is neutral. We got Arcos now going to be trying to claim it back. Matrix does have the Lulu ultimate on top of him, but we do got the suppress coming off. It's not going to be enough to take down Wowix, not any close, but we do have the reinforcements. Renekton now coming in with Tarek. They are going to have to be forcing these guys off the point, but it is now neutral at the same time. Pantheon taking the bottom lane. He's going to finally get that point back in their name, but the top was taken again by Mollica, and they're not giving up. They do not want this point to go whatsoever, and Super Waha going to be taking some big deeds.
Yeah, we got a lot of damage being exchanged here. No clear victor at the moment. Both teams having members of their team that are forced to move away. That point still neutralized, but the clock is ticking down still while this fight goes on in favor of Team Mollica. Sarek's getting picked off. Still fairly even split on that. Shabazz Obama getting taken down. Pizzlenut and Super Waha coming back into the fight. Sifu Calvin and Wowix being chased away. Mollica down at the bottom end of the map looking to get a neutral or a cap on that. Little Rut starting the cap up here. Going to get interrupted for a moment to get into a better position. Sifu and Arcos getting chased away. And Little Rut is able to reclaim that point for Konami Code. And down here at the bottom, Mollica is going to take that point uncontested. Jack's down to the bottom, going to move away, going to wait a little bit for his teammates to arrive.
37 to 431 is the current score. We're 9 minutes in. We got the Garrison going down as the defense for Mollica is going to be throwing down the ultimate. He's trying to get Little Rut, but he's going to give up on that. But hey, mission accomplished. The point is now defended. We're still taken down. Matrix is able to clean it up. Too much resources dedicated into trying to kill that Jax, but it's going to be in vain. We got 10 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, 10 seconds and ticking down from here. And Konami Code actually has no one in a position to be able to neutral within enough time in order to stop that countdown. Looking to try and see if they can take out Shabazz Obama before it ends, but no, not quite. A double kill right there at the end. And Team Mollica is going to win, taking the 3rd place in this tournament. Konami Code ending 4th.
Congratulations to Mollica. And I don't know, I kind of got a feel that all that commentary that you did about, the revive, how useful it is, all those exhausts, the various different picks and counter picks, really wasn't taken into account here for the Konami code.
No, I didn't. When I first, I have a direct conflict with one of my jobs and all this other stuff that I do. In February and March, I did not get to be online as much as I would like, and I come on, and all of a sudden, there's all these revives, and I'm like, what's going on here? And I had a friend of mine, Forged Life, some of you viewers may know him, he explained to me how this all works, and over, the days after that, I started to see that it has a significant impact on the game, being able to sort of come back, and we saw it in that game. I really felt that the lack of it was a period on the sentence that was Konami code